Now, your neighborhood hero, sponsored by B2EDI.
Today is Thursday, oftentimes known as Throwback Thursday, and that's exactly what we're going to do today for this month's Neighborhood Hero. I started working on this franchise exactly a year ago, just July, and last July, when I met the first ever Neighborhood Hero here in the Valley, MeMe McComb. McComb has lived through an absolute tragedy, but that doesn't stop her from giving back to the community. Let's take a look. A friendship born out of tragedy.
My son was murdered, and then her daughter was a 3-year-old that was murdered, and we got very close when her daughter died.
MeMe McComb and Donna Howell formed a bond over their mission to not only carry on the legacy of their children, Livia and Larry, but to do the same for other children that were taken from their families far too soon.
And the grief of losing a child, especially in a violent way, is a lot different than losing somebody to a natural sickness. And people, normal people, will tell you get over it, put one foot in front of the other, oh, God had a reason, and nobody understands like somebody that's been through it.
Just to think that life can be taken just like that. One second they hit and the next day they gone. So having her, she understands it.
And although Howell does her own part in helping young murder victims' families, she nominated McComb as July's Neighborhood Hero because even through her grief, McComb still lends a helping hand to anyone who needs it.
Thanksgiving, she does a dinner for the homeless people. I've even seen her go rent a car to go pick them up and bring them to the church.
I started out helping out in my church with the homeless dinners. And then my pastor saw how well I did. And he was like, well, you just want to start doing the homeless dinners there? I was like, sure. These Thanksgiving dinners are always a success, but McComb's mac and cheese takes the cake. And there's a good reason why. Because I cook it with love. I can't tell you my recipe, but I cook it with love. But I like to cook anyway, so I try to do what I can, at Thanksgiving dinner. Everything is homemade. Nothing is out of the can or pre-bought. Every day get a home-cooked meal.
She also hosts birthday parties in honor of Livia, and other children in the community are welcomed with open arms and with gifts.
She does a community birthday party for all the kids in the community, and she has gifts for every child.
And I know that this is something she would want me to do because she loved to have a birthday party. She loved to have a birthday party.
Not only does this help keep Livia's memory alive, this is just one way McComb gives back and makes other children in her neighborhood feel special.
I invite a lot of kids that I know, and then I put it on Facebook, the flyer, and people share it. Like I had people RSVPing me that I don't even have to know the kids, but they're gonna come here, they're gonna eat good, they're gonna play, and they're going home with a nice gift.
Howell says McComb is selfless.
She helps me with my thing with the young murder victims' families and young murder victims. She'll take her last dollar in her pocket and give it to somebody in need.
But McComb doesn't consider herself a hero. This is just part of her nature.
I don't consider myself a hero. I feel like I love the kids, and my baby, Livia loved kids, loved people too, just anybody. She never met a stranger, so this is something I think that she would be well pleased with, and it makes me feel good, and it's a source of comfort for me. Although I'm still grieving, this is what helps me with my healing. I will never fully heal, never get over it, but this makes me feel better.